What's up, guys? I'm back today with another Pocket GM21 video on the channel, and in today's video, we will finally be finishing our second full season. If you guys missed last episode, definitely make sure to go check that one out. But we are 1-6 on the year. Not a great start, 93 points that we have scored and 144 points that we have allowed. But I do see some promise on the team, at least in Corey Vanoy so far. He has 1,500 yards and 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and with this terrible team he has around him, 77 overall, a 74 offense, I feel like I am perfectly content with him putting up those kinds of numbers. The completion percentage is not great for him, but I'm content with the 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So we're going to go through here. I stopped at week 7 because I thought I was going to make some trades. But I don't think I'm going to trade any of our players. I kind of want to get a gist of how they're going to play, what they're going to do, and just kind of see where the team goes forward. We're going to quickly check out the trade block if there's anybody maybe interesting that we want to kind of go after. This guy's got a big contract, and it looks like he's probably going to decline soon at 27. Had a pretty solid last year, though. 3 forced fumbles, 2 picks. Doesn't look too bad. We have Greg Wilson on the trade block from our team, apparently. Or not from our team. I keep mixing it up. I am Jacksonville in my other save that I have that I'm like almost 100 years through. But anyways, let's keep going and see if there's anybody here that looks kind of interesting. Maybe that has some years left on their contracts. This guy, 29 years old, not really interested. Another tight end at 27. Is this a rookie that's on the trade block? A defensive tackle from Baltimore. So far, he's got 17 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 3 TFLs. That actually wouldn't be a bad. 328. What do we have? We have a first, second, fourth, 2 fifths. Next year we have a lot more picks, but was it 300? 328. That actually wouldn't be bad. Let's actually check out our defensive tackles. See what our defensive tackle looks like. Not great. Eric Phillips could definitely go, but we have 2 rookies. Super development. Totally forgot about this guy. I'm actually, like I said, I'm probably going to just stick with the team. We're going to stick with the team. We're going to go against Arizona, 5-2. We got the upset. 411 yards of offense for the team. Cannot complain. Corey Vanoy throws his 2 first interceptions on the year, and we pick off Andre Mannion 1 time as well. Is that a rookie? Looks like it is a rookie quarterback. 11 touchdowns, 5 picks for him on the year. On the ground, Samalo. Pretty sure that's probably not how you say his name, but he's got 3 yards per carry. That is not great. On the ground, we're just really struggling. We definitely need to be looking at Mike Swift with 10 carries for 11 yards. We definitely need to be looking at some new running backs in the offseason. I think we have some of our running backs signed for a couple of years. Samalo isn't doing terrible. 3.9 a carry is not great. I'd like to see at least over 4. Mike Swift is just at 3.1 a carry, not cutting it for me. So we might be looking to keep Samalo and get rid of Mike Swift after this year. But we'll have to see how the rest of the year goes. Maybe he's going to turn it around. Last year, he did average 4.2 a carry. So there's definitely some potential here. Anyways, let's keep going. We are 2-6 on the year. Get our second win. And we're going to take a division loss against Indy. Put up 310 yards of offense. They are rushed for 234 on us. This guy went for 147 yards and 7 yards average. Corey Vanoy with 2 more interceptions, 18 for 34, 245, 2 interceptions. Not great. Has a great first 7 games of the year without throwing an interception, and then throws 4 in 2 games. Not great. You guys can see our defense, 173 points, is not great. Going to continue to sim, and we lose to New England. I think they actually won the championship last year, like 16-1. Corey Vanoy, 2 touchdowns, not too bad of a game for him. Check out 2 fumbles, fumble on each side, and our kicker went 1 for 3. Definitely something I'm kind of looking at getting something new. Lamar, in my last save, I picked him up first off, right off the bat, and he killed it for years and years and years. But so far this year, last year he was 23 of 24, and then 24 of 26 on extra points. This year he's only 8 for 16 on field goals, and he is perfect for extra points. But 8 for 16, he's already missed half his field goal attempts. I like to think they're super long kicks, but they're probably not. We're going to move on to our next game against Cincy. Going to lose 27-17. 305 yards of offense. We were allowed almost 500 yards of offense to them. Corey Vanoy, not too bad, 244, 1 touchdown. Samala with a little bit of better day on the ground. Mike Swift still a little bit struggling on the ground as well. Wow, did you see New England's quarterback throw 6 touchdowns? I totally just saw that. I'm going to have to check it out. We're going to have to go check this guy out. Yeah, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. This guy's having a phenomenal year, 22-8. What a year for the team. Anyways, we'll move on to is this going to be San Francisco? I'm pretty sure it's San Francisco. Just because I don't think they can do... Oh, boy. Wow, this is not our best game. 391 yards of offense we allowed, and we allowed them to score 4 touchdowns through the air. Vanoy with another interception. On the ground, 115 for this guy. See us on the ground. It is it's a bad day when your quarterback is leading with 20 yards. He's leading your team in rushing. Samalo, 17 yards on 8 carries. Mike Swift, 9 yards on 11 carries. I'm at a loss for words for that one. Moving on to Seattle. Close one, 20-17, 250 yards through the air, or through on offense. Corey Vanoy had a bad day, 13 for 35. Samalo, though, with 82 yards on the ground, 5 yards a carry, and 2 touchdowns. Picking it up a little bit on the ground, but at 2-11, we've allowed 284 yards, or 284 points. Going to be going against, and we finally get win number 3, 463 yards of offense, and we get the upset on an 11-2 team. Corey Vanoy, 2 interceptions, not great, but we do get the win. Mike Swift turned it around after I talked so much shit about him and how he needs to get off the team. Samalo ends up having a rougher day at 9 for 21. But yeah, Josh Thompson, 4 for 110. Pretty solid day. Cannot complain. We're going to be moving on. We are 3-11, 14 games through the year. Our tight end's going to be injured, and our offensive guard. Tight end, again, I'm not really worried about it. Let's check out some of the stats, though. Corey Vanoy, 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's not bad. Samalo, 575, 9 touchdowns. Pretty solid, 10 touchdowns. Probably going to get 10 touchdowns here very, very soon. We're 18th in passing, but everything else we're kind of lacking in. Mike Swift, definitely, I don't think we're bringing him back. 3.6 a carry. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Samalo is exactly 4 yards a carry. Corey Vanoy, 178 on the ground with a touchdown. Darius Benjamin, wow. Darius Benjamin is having a year at 858 yards. Only 2 touchdowns, but a phenomenal year so far. Already beat his last year totals. But what a phenomenal year for him. Joe Carey and then Thompson. Joe Carey definitely turned it up a little bit. I know he had a bad start to the year. And then where's Wally for receiving? 280. Not great for Wally, but he is, again, the 4th receiver. So can't expect many crazy things from that. 6 touchdowns for Joe Carey. 6 sacks for Smelter. That's our rookie, right? Yes, that is our rookie. 6 sacks. He does have 2 interceptions I just saw. We're not a great sack team. 4 interceptions for Stevenson over here as well. Rookie year. Phenomenal rookie years from some of these players. Trell Lamar, I think he was, what was he? 8 for, I think he was 8 for 16. So he's gone 3 for 3 cents. I guess that's pretty good. And he's still 100% on extra points. And we have 97 punts in 14 games. We're going to easily get over 100. But we will continue on. We get another win beating Buffalo, a division opponent, 20-16. 146 yards on the ground. Cannot complain. Samalo, 10 yards a carry. Phenomenal day for him. Check out Mike Swift, 6 for 11. They go back and forth between their days. Corey Vanoy, 280, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 144 yards for that receiver, 104 for Darius Benjamin. He's definitely on pace for that 1,000-yard year. Is exactly what we needed. But we're going to go here. We'll sim out the next game against Cleveland, and we lose. A team that we should beat at 5-11, and we allowed 470 yards of offense. Absolutely terrible. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions for Corey Vanoy, but 17 for 33. Not going to cut it going forward. But we're going to be moving into our final game of the year. It's going to be against the Jets. We'll see what we can do, and we get shut out. 121 yards of offense. Corey Vanoy, 8 for 29, 82 yards. Let's back out. We'll forget about that game, and we'll move on. You guys can see where everybody else finished. 4-13, and wow, Denver did worse than us somehow. I don't even know. They did worse than us. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be getting the second, third, potentially a top. We're going to guarantee a top 5 pick, but we'll have to see how the tiebreakers and stuff go for that one. But you guys can see New England's going to get the bye, and it looks like tons of top teams in the NFC. Seattle. Look at, jeez, that's absolutely phenomenal. New Orleans ends up going 13-4, tied for the best record in the NFC, and end up being the 3rd seed. But Chicago is going to get the number 1 seed. We'll check out some of our stats on the year. We ranked 29th in offense, 30th in defense, and we're allowing almost 400 yards a game. Absolutely terrible. 21 touchdowns, 9 interceptions for Corey Van Noy. Definitely took a little bit of a step, almost 4,000 yards. QB rating up a pretty good amount. And I'm not super happy with the completion percentage. 308 for 597. That's that's almost less than 50%. Not great. 21 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 226 on the ground, and 1 touchdown, 2 fumbles. I can't complain. That's a solid year for a guy who's got pretty much a terrible team behind him. So, Samalo with a couple solid performances to close out the year. And he's going to bring his average up to 4.5 a carry with 9 touchdowns, 752 on the ground, and 357 through the air. Definitely looking to bring him back and keep him on the team for next year. Probably going to be looking to get rid of Mike Swift at 3.4 a carry. Like I said, I'm going to keep players based on how they play. I mentioned this in the last episode or the episode before, whatever it ended up being. And I mentioned that we were going to keep players based on how they're playing. So Mike Swift, we got to get rid of him. Corey Van Noy, you guys can see 4 yards a carry for him. Receiving, Darius Benjamin does get his 1,000-yard season. He ends up getting injured in the last game of the season, or the second to last game, whatever it ended up being, but he ends up getting his 1,000-yard season. Joe Carey with 7 touchdowns, not too bad. Thompson and Samalo in 4th place receiving. I'm going to go a little bit farther. Sacks. Smelter looks like he's going to be leading us in sacks at 6. And 123 tackles for what a phenomenal rookie year. I hope he has a chance to win Rookie of the Year. Stevenson going to lead the team. And then it looks like Lamar misses one more kick down the line and closes out the year 15 for 24. Perfect on extra points and a 54 long. 116 punts. We'll check out some of the team stats. You guys, we're not going to be here. You guys can see we must second to last in rushing. Wow. Points per game, we are... I don't even want to look at these stats, but let's look at some of the fantasy points. Corey Van Noy, you can see where he ends up stacking up against the rest of the league. 37 touchdowns, 5 interceptions for Frazier on the ground. Not too bad. Pretty crazy season, 17 touchdowns for 2 different players. You guys can see Benjamin in the, top 10 of receiving. Phenomenal year for him. Our tight ends are not doing great, but that is pretty much going to be it. We're going to sim through the playoffs and get to the offseason, and then next episode will be the full offseason episode. So we'll quickly get through the playoffs. You guys can see New England shutting out Houston. See what ends up happening here. I have a feeling New England could go back-to-back, and they don't. They get beat by LAC. The Chargers are going to come into New England and beat them. So it's going to be the Chargers against Chicago. We'll go with the Chargers. And they lose to Chicago, 13-4. Chicago, they end up winning this one. We won Rookie of the Year with Smelter. He had a phenomenal year. You guys can see he had 104.5 fantasy points, 6 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, and 9 TFLs. The guy who came in second place had a much worse year fantasy points-wise. Defensive Player of the Year, 138 fantasy points, 10 sacks, 7 forced fumbles, 4 interceptions, and 7 TFLs. Did we get any all-pro players? Looks like we did not. Any conference bowl players? It does not look like it. I really thought our wide receiver could have a chance. Maybe he did. Or maybe our linebacker probably made conference. But we do get one player of the year. We expected more from you and the team this year and are disappointed with the performance. We'd love for you to return for another season and expect you to make the playoffs. So we definitely need to make the playoffs next year. Not a good start. Where are we going to be drafting? 5th overall, like I thought. We have a lot of things we're going to have to move into the offseason, but I see a lot of potential with this team going forward. I think there's a lot of potential. I think we see I'm really happy with Corey Vanoy's performances this year. Would love to get the completion percentage up a little bit, but I'm still content with how he has done so far on the season or on his career in 2 years. So anyways, that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new, helps with the channel so much, and I appreciate it more than you guys know. But without further ado, I'm going to end this one off. I will see you guys very soon with the next episode of the series. I don't even know what episode this is. I think this is 5. I'm not 100% sure. So anyways, that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next episode.